All right, I'm gonna go over with you guys what you need to do this, to replace this boot. So this is the original boot that was torn. I guess right where the clamp was, it kind of screwed that boot up a little bit, well, a lot, and it was introducing water and corroded my shaft a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and replace it. Not in this video. This video is pretty much what I took off and everything, and what tools you need to do that. So first off, you're gonna need this screwdriver to get the little fittings off, the little push clips, to pull the plastics off of an Outlander. Renegades don't have as much plastic, so you don't really have to worry about that too much. You can pretty much get to it without using this. These are the two bolts for your differential. I'll go over that in a second. You're gonna need a 14mm wrench, a 15mm wrench, a 40 Torx bit, a T40 Torx bit, and then you're going to need a 17mm socket, a 15mm socket, and ratchets, unless you want to use an impact like I did. The whole purpose for doing this is there's supposed to be a boot on this, kind of like the back here. The front of this boot, or the back I guess, tore, so this was all open. It was just the back side of this that was still crimped. Your 40 Torx bit is going to be for this screw right here, and the 14mm wrench goes for the nut on the back side. This is obviously for an Outlander because we have a lot of plastics. These two bolts should be the only thing you take out, or have to take out, for the differential. So there's a support bolt that goes here, and then there is a support bolt back there, if you can see it, right here in the back. So you have to take those two out to get the differential to move. I'm almost 100% sure you're gonna run into the same issue. There's this bolt right here that runs through the A-arm this way, so that's kind of why I had to take this plastic off to get to the head of the bolt. You have to back this bolt out a little bit because the threads stick out so far that it doesn't allow you to get the mounting bolt out. You don't really have to take much off on this side to do that. This one's pretty self-explanatory. You just get your wrench and ratchet or impact, whatever, pull that bolt out, and then you get like a crowbar or some kind of pry bar to pry the differential up. It gives you enough room to free this shaft up out of the way so you can slide the new boot back on, put your clamps on, and slide it back into the splines. When you order this drive shaft, it's not gonna come with the back boot, it's just gonna come with the front. So you either have to order a back boot or get lucky and it comes with one or whatever. I had to order the boot itself, which is better because this whole drive shaft is like $200. The boot was like 11 bucks. I had to pull my side plastic off. This whole side panel, there's plastic that goes there. It's what I needed the little fitting screwdriver for, and pull all those fittings out. And then that's pretty much it. Take both your tires off so you can access all that stuff. All right, so it's pretty simple. So you have to take your tires off. So you need your 17mm socket for the lug nuts, and then you need a 15mm socket for the two bolts that go through a differential. That 15mm socket also fits on the A-arm bolt, so you have to back those A-arm bolts out a little bit so you have enough room to pull the differential bolt out. Make sure you do that because you're going to either strip the nuts on the support bolts for your differential or something like that, and it just, you don't have to cut them and all that stuff like some people do. Just back those bolts out a little bit. The Torx bit is for the screw that holds on your front plastic, and then the 14mm socket is for the nut on the back side of that screw. And you have to pull that plastic back to get to those A-arm bolts. That's for an Outlander, by the way. I don't know about Renegades much. I know they don't have as much plastic, so it's actually a little bit easier. I pulled my side panel off, my side plastic, so I can get to everything. Then basically that drive shaft just backs out, and then you just pull it out of the splines, slide it back in, and then put the clamps on in the boot. And then pretty much reverse order for everything. Just put your tires back on, all the bolts, and then you're good to go. But that's it. If y'all have any other questions, then let me know. It's pretty simple. I also have a video on how to replace CV axles on this thing. That's also a little bit more time consuming because you have to pull those CV axles out of the drive shaft, or out of the differential. So that's kind of sucks a little bit. But that's pretty much it. So y'all take it easy.